Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you about setting up for your blue-orange still life, your warm-cool still life, all the things. We have some scissors here and your blue paper, orange paper, the neutral colored paper, white and black. So these are the two colors we're primarily dealing with in terms of warm and cool complementary colors. And then these are the neutrals coming out of those that will be constants through these exercises. And I have added a couple of other elements to this still life. I've added a blue that is more on the cerulean end, since we didn't have that in the paper selections. If you can find something sort of like that to add to your still life, that would be tremendous. I have like even these scissors, which aren't the same as that, but they're more on the cerulean type of color system. So if you have something like that lying around, look around, ask around. You could even try and find a book that has that color in it, or paper, or print something out, or even paint some paper that color and put it in your still life, because it will react differently against light. And the same is goes for this red orange that we don't have in our palette of paper, but we might want to include to open up the palette in the still life. I've also included a couple of neutral things. These are just some rocks. This is, again, a brown egg that I have in my still life. If you can get a hold of some stuff to put in your still life like this, that would be great. I want you to also, with this still life, think about the way that I've got this set up, which is to have a background and a foreground, because I'm dealing with more three-dimensional objects. And I would like for you to start introducing three-dimensional objects. So I've basically kind of got a book set up, and I've glued my background pieces, well, I've taped them onto there, so hopefully you can kind of see, and I've got it against there. You could put it against a wall, you could just be creative however you can, and then I've got a light set up lighting it so that we get dramatic shadows and some interesting range of warm and cool color. So I will encourage you to do that. I also want to encourage you to stay as basic in shape as you can, especially those of you who are beginners and who haven't drawn a lot. I'd rather have you concentrating on the task ahead of mixing the colors than trying to understand how to draw a difficult shape. So here I've kind of cut and brought forward a lot of very simple organic shapes that I won't get too fussy with, hopefully. So I encourage you to do the same. Those of you who are like, man, I got this, I'm going to do the most complicated thing, do that. And if this before you seems really complicated, simplify even further. These could all be just the very simplest. What I am interested in is the variety of color, a warm and cool in each of the colors. So we have a warm orange, a warm orange, and a redder orange, I should say, not really a cool orange, and some cooler orange back through here. We've got a cooler blue and a warmer blue, and we've got lots of shadows so that we can experiment with desaturation. I'm also interested in negative space and composing shadow, so when you're looking at your background and foreground and objects, try and think about how they are intersecting. Composition is an important element to drawing as well as painting. And when you're setting up your still life, you really want to think about the way the objects are interacting with the things around them. So that's why I've made some color choices. This is the black, and different ways of shaping the environment. As well as the objects. So if you can find something like an actual orange, that would be wonderful. If you can't, I understand, but an orange or an object that has some natural element to it is going to have interesting color and shape variation. These are rocks, and so they're going to have some interest in the egg as well. See what you can do. Have fun building the still life. You could make it narrative, you can make it figurative, however you want to approach it. I'm very happy to see those interpretations. All right, on to the next.